pitch is almost irresistible. You wire a fee, and someone else builds and runs an income-producing asset for you, an automated online store, a rental arbitrage operation, a content channel, an ad agency. They do the work. You collect the returns. It is the purest form of the passive income dream, ownership without operation. Sometimes a done-for-you arrangement is exactly what it claims to be. But the same phrase also covers one of the most reliably damaging traps in the online business world, one the federal government spent 2025 shutting down, case after case. So we audited the done-for-you model, when it is real, when it is a packaged promise, and the test that tells the two apart. Start by naming what is being sold, because the structure is identical across every flavor. The seller offers to set up and operate an asset for you for a large fee paid up front, typically before a single dollar of revenue exists. In e-commerce, it is a done-for-you Amazon or Walmart storefront, marketed as artificial intelligence-powered and hands-off. In real estate, it is done-for-you short-term rental arbitrage, where they sign the leases and list the units. In marketing, it is a done-for-you ad agency or content channel run end-to-end while you sit back. The common thread is ownership without operation. You supply the capital, they supply the work, and the asset supposedly prints returns. Notice what that structure does to the relationship. The moment you pay, the seller has already been paid in full. Their core financial outcome is complete before your asset has earned anything at all. Everything after that point is, for them, optional. That is the structural fault line, and it is worth sitting with. In a normal business, the operator only wins if the business wins. Their income is the output of the asset performing. In the package done-for-you model, that link is severed. The seller's revenue is the upfront fee, not your profit. So their incentive is to close the next sale, not to make your store work. And once you see that, the rest of the playbook becomes predictable. The same template, the same product list, the same so-called proprietary system gets sold to hundreds of buyers at once. Because manufacturing identical packages is more profitable than nurturing anyone to success. The marketing says you are buying a custom income engine. The economics say you bought one copy of a mass-produced kit, priced as if it were bespoke. Now put numbers on it, because the gap is where the harm lies. Done-for-you e-commerce agencies commonly charge $10,000 to $30,000 to set up, and some demand far more, $45,000 to $75,000 for the package, plus $10,000 or more for inventory. Consumer protection attorneys report the average victim of these schemes loses between $20,000 and $75,000. Set that against the actual returns. In one federal case, after the marketplace took its fees, more than 1/5 of the company's stores earned no money at all, and another third earned less than $2,500 in gross lifetime sales for the entire life of the store. So a buyer pays tens of thousands up front against a realistic outcome that, for the majority, is a few $100s or nothing. That is not a thin margin. It is an inverted one. This is not a few bad actors. It is a documented pattern the Federal Trade Commission has been dismantling case by case. Consider the ledger from 2025. A scheme operating as FBA Machine took in more than $15 million from buyers, promising a seven-figure business and risk-free returns. The operator was permanently banned and hit with a $15.7 million judgment. A company called Click Profit cost consumers at least $14 million selling AI-powered storefronts. The marketplace suspended or terminated about 95% of those stores, and the settlement produced judgments totaling over $20 million. E-commerce empire builders sold done-for-you storefronts for as much as $35,000 each, promising monthly profits above $10,000, and settled under a judgment of roughly $9.8 million. Same structure, same promise, same outcome. Step back, and the timeline tells its own story. This is not a new fraud. It is an old one that keeps reskinning itself with whatever technology is selling that year. As far back as 2018, the Commission was halting large business opportunity schemes built on the same wire us a fee promise. By 2024, the wrapper had become artificial intelligence, an AI supercomputer, AI-powered automation, AI brand partnerships, and the agency launched a coordinated crackdown on deceptive AI income claims. Then, 2025 became the year of judgments. The pattern that should stay with you is the durability. The product changed from dropshipping to FBA to AI automation, but the structure never did. A big fee up front, a guaranteed return promise, a template sold at volume. The technology is just this season's paint. So is every done-for-you arrangement a scam? No, and this is the part the outrage cycle skips. Legitimate done-for-you work exists, and it has a recognizable shape. A real agency or contractor sells you their labor on a defined, bounded scope. They build the website, run the ad account, edit the videos, manage the listings. And they are honest that the outcome depends on your product, your market, and your effort. They do not guarantee income because no honest operator can. Crucially, the legitimate version is priced like a service, an hourly rate, a project fee, a monthly retainer, often with performance tied to results. The trap is priced like a lottery ticket, a large lump sum up front, sold on a promised return rather than a defined deliverable. The line is not the word done for you. It is whether you are paying for work that will be done or for a result that has been promised. Here is the decision framework, the incentive alignment test. 3 questions to ask before you wire anyone $1. First, where does the seller's money come from? If their payday is your upfront fee, their incentive ends the moment you pay sick. If their payday is a percentage of what your asset actually earns, their incentive runs alongside yours. That alignment is the single strongest signal done for you is real. Second, is there a guarantee of income or returns? An honest operator cannot promise what the market controls, so a guaranteed return is not reassurance. It is the loudest red flag there is, and it is the exact claim regulators charged in every one of those cases. Third, are you buying a defined deliverable or a promised outcome? Pay for bounded work and you can verify it was done. Pay for a promised result and you are buying hope at a lump sum price. Run those 3 questions and most traps fail at least one. Ownership without operation is not impossible. But the moment someone has been paid in full before your asset earns its first dollar, you are not the owner of an income engine. You are the customer of a sales funnel.